Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? Let's see what we got today. Let's see. So I took a quick look on indices. I got that two-stage SMT, that strength switch SMT. It was a beautiful SMT. There was a beautiful long on that candle, but since I don't trade the 9 a.m., yeah, it was unfortunate. So now what I'm really looking for is just for that continuation, because looking on a 4-hour, price just formed a C2. So what I'm really looking for is that expansion into that high, or the anticipation of this fairlight gap filling and probably trading above that next open high. So looking at M5 like it's just a straight expansion. So looking to trading like a CIC right here, like an intracandle changing state, is a bit risky. Ideally, I want to see more formation, probably like a low to be formed and then that sweep. So that way we can enter a new phase of price. That's ideally what I'm looking for. Like, just look at the distance between that low, like how far it is. Like, it's an extreme premium, and if I want to trade in extreme premium, like ideally I want to see like some sort of sweep or something. Gold and RB and HR not doing anything really. Gold, I'm trying to frame shorts, to be honest. I'll see if this current 10 a.m. can kind of takes out the high, closes back into that 9 a.m. candle's high, and it will be trading that reversal profile, because we got these filler swings right here, so ideally I want to take shorts instead of longs. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking for. Or again, if I want to take the reversal, what do we want to see? An hourly swing formation. But what do we have here? Price haven't traded above the high in none of the assets, which is not good, because if I want to trade the reversal back into the range slash back into this discount of that range, I need EC2 closure, which we don't have right here, and most likely we will not have EC3 within that 10 a.m. because it has to travel all the way down here and close for it to form that C3. So yeah, ideally I want to say a new bullish swing formation on 30-minute, and then I'll try to trade it that way. Now we're entering a new phase of price. We'll have that swing formation which supports that retracement phase, and now we're getting on that expansion phase, and we'll try to anticipate that 10 a.m. And if we guys check on the past few days, like the 10 a.m., like look at that 10 a.m. from the 10 a.m. to 2, it's just like it really expands. So hopefully that would be the case also today, and we can expand into these failure swings and probably to all-time highs. So yeah, let's just wait and see. Like, taking a long right now makes, oh wow, we got that sweep. Okay, interesting. We got that sweep. So now it's just a matter of breaking above the high, and I'll take in Q. Like, as simple as that. That's really what I'm looking for. And just trying to trade that C3, that bullish C3, into an open draw. Looking on 30-minute. This is that first relevant swing we got another relevant swing right here. But like, would it cause any problem? Let's just wait and see. And since I'm kind of framing my idea off of the 4-hour, that's why I'm using that 4-hour swing, which is that high right here that formed the gap. But ideally, if price takes out the high, most likely it will take out a swing. So going back on M3, my trade would be something like this, right there. I have my stop right there, and I'll just be going for 1 or 2. I don't need the draw to be met. If my 2R is given before a draw, like especially with the consistency rule, yeah, I can hold, but I would rather just be out quick. So yeah, let me just get that ready. Let me get my account. What? Come on, why is nothing showing up here? Trading panel? What? None of them is loading. Trading panel? Alright, that's good. Connect. Alright, so again, the balance is still the same, 50k, 50.9k. So again, what we got on the hourly, 9 a.m. C3. So what are we looking for? We're looking for that C4. On a 30-minute, that's where it's a bit iffy, because the C2 was here, this is the C3, and that expansion candle was a C4. So ideally, if you want to trade based off like the 30-minute, ideally you want to see a new swing form, which is what price is doing right now. And then if we kind of retrace back into the range, which is like somewhere in here, I don't want price to retrace all the way back here. Ideally, I want it to kind of form like a swing within the 75%, like within the EQ of that upper half, somewhere in here, like ideally somewhere in here. If you form that swing, if you form that new swing, then yeah, I would be happy with just taking it to that next 30-minute swing, since the idea is based off the 30-minute. So I'll just take that next draw as 30-minute, even though like price might expand all the way there, but like yeah, if it gives me 2R from a new swing formation to this high, I would take it. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking at right there. Let me just set an alert right here. That way, when price is just near the high, I will be alerted. YM is also looking beautiful, not gonna lie. YM is also presenting a clean retracement. We kind of traded it below that level. If we close above, I think YM is a bit cleaner. Yeah, because it kind of supports that strength switch, if you guys see, from weaker to stronger. So it really kind of supports the idea of buys compared to like what in Q it was stronger, then it got weaker. It's like overall, like YM looks like a good framework for longs. For HO, let me first set the alerts because I don't want to miss the trade. All right, the alert is man. The alert is set. Let me put an alert on ES right there. All right. So on CL, oh wow, not really. Let me guys make that back to my speakers on my headphones and play some Spotify. All right, we good. So on CL, like looking on a 4-hour, like first of all the daily. Look at that daily. Do we have an established low? Not really. No SMTs, no manipulation, none like that. But again, it might hold because the daily open is down here and price expanded all the way up there. So like to look for reversals, yeah, it might happen, but it's a bit risky. But yeah, we kind of price respected that gap, slash shaded above that. This minor swing, we got a C2, but that C2 doesn't look clean to me. Like it's quite weak, especially that on RB close bullish, HO close bullish. So this is like a PSP. So notice this might be that PSP, like the lower half of that wick might support price higher, since this is a bullish PSP. So I might be looking for longs. GC, yeah, ideally, I just want to see that swing gets taken out. Ideally, I cannot frame a failure to manipulate really. Yeah, maybe like to that next high, but it's not clean. I'll either wait for an hourly closure back into the range to kind of trade that 10 a.m. high back into the range, or I'll be waiting for a new swing formation and then taking it to that next draw. Simple as that. 4-hour, like looking on a 4-hour. So this was a bearish C2. This was the bearish C2. What do we got? We got a candle 3 closure, candle 4. This is candle 5, and now this is candle 6. It's like 4 straight expansion candles. Ideally, you want 3 expansion candles into a draw. Now this is the 4th, so who knows? This 4th candle might be that reversal candle, which would just take out the high, flips bearish, and then we can trade it back into these filler swings, slash back into the range, depending on where the price closes above. So let's say the price like kind of sweeps into that high, then I'll probably be trading into these 2 draws. That's what I'll be trading into. So let's just wait and see what's going on, what's going to happen right there. Gold, yeah, that's the cleanest. And also, like, if you want to use some extra confluence, like silver is trading into that gap, which is the new invalidation level. Like, looking at it, price goes below that level, it respected the gap, price goes below that level, it respected the gap. What do we have? Failure swings. So, like, that's an extra confluence. Like, by the time silver, like gold, most likely will take out the high, silver will trade into that gap. So now they will be kind of they will be resynced. So yeah, I'm gonna get that SMT right here. This one, because like the high got taken a while back. But again, that SMT is a bit weak. So ideally we want to see this SMT getting broken, this high getting swept, and then we'll have this SMT, which is also an SMT fail. So we got that SMT that supports SMT fail, plus GC is already trading into a level that might cause price reverse. So double confluence right there for reversals. But again, we'll never know what's gonna happen. We're just trying to get the best confluences for our trade idea. So yeah, that's what I'm looking into. Yes. All right. So we're seeing that retracement, which is good. We're seeing that trade back into the range. But hopefully I want to like ideally I want to take longs. Oh wow, we do have that SMT right here. We do have the SMT between NQ and ES, and ES already took out the high and also took out the high. So if we form that swing on ES, we got a bigger room to expand to. So yep. And the hourly, we got like some fairy swings right there. Like yeah, you can trade into the lows after he changing state, but it just doesn't look the cleanest, to be honest. Ideally, let me see the 3-minute. We got a C2, then that one closed above. We have SMT right here, so yeah, it kind of looks good. I'm not gonna lie, like kind of that short looks good. Taking shorts, but it's just we're kind of ranging. That's the only issue for me. Because I would be trading it as this being the C2, the high of that 6 a.m. candle. 6 a.m. candle closing bearish, hourly closing also C2 bearish C2. So yeah, I can just trade kind of the expansion lower. What do we got? SMT. So that supports this as being the changing state, the intra-candle changing state. Let's see if we're gonna see if our gap getting respected or something. Then yeah, I'm gonna give us some extra confluence to kind of trade into these levels. But yeah, it's like the least favorite. CL for the day is like the least favorite. So which I gotta be watching what's going on in ES and NQ, and I gotta be prepared to execute. All right, get that deeper retracement. YM also looks clean. 3-minute, let's see, let's try to frame the idea again on other assets. So what do we got? My hourly. Let me see. C3, alright. So I still get that same room to expand. Yeah. On ES, on YM, probably just gonna trade into the high. No, go back. Alright, so yeah, that's really the idea. That's what I'm trying to go with right there. NQ showing more strength compared to YM, but that's good. So what do we got right here? That fair to manipulate. Like that was a clean trade. After that two-stage SMT, we got that C2 closure right there. The C trade confirmed, so you can just trade it into that next draw. That was a clean trade, especially that NYC didn't do anything really. Like, so I'm just gonna make an alert right there. I'm gonna set an alert right there. I'm gonna set an alert right there. I don't know why the alerts get deactivated automatically for some reason. Anyways, let's see. Gold, have we traded into the high? Not yet. But like silver is still showing signs of early reversal, which I don't want to see right now. Ideally, I want to see signs of reversal after taking out the high, because I don't want to be trading away from that high since it's a fair swing. Only if, let me see, GBP. Yeah, it's also fair swing to the high. Euro. It's also fair swing to the high. If like one of these two haven't formed like a fair swing, then yeah, I might be able to kind of trade that candle. But again, since it's not, so I'll be trading away from a fair swing. It should reverse. Gold? Maybe. Like, ideally, yeah. Because there's nothing real. Just like yesterday on NQ. If price takes out the high, like, for price to trade all the way up there compared to like trading all the way down here when we got that fair swings, like, shorts are way better than taking longs. Let's see. Like you can never tell. Like just yesterday, we were anticipating. I was looking at NQ and I was like, I'm probably gonna go to the upside, and then price just flushed. GGR lost like $250,000 on that move. Just crazy. Yeah, I saw his video. I was like, damn, a quarter mil. Let me see, GGR. Yeah, look at that. Almost a quarter million. TradeZilla. There's a bar where you open TradeZilla. Yeah, it was. Look at that. Look at that, bro. That was crazy. But I think he's fine with the money. Yeah, bro. A quarter mil. Wow. But like it was his biggest loss, and he put them right on the month. Like he took out all these profits for the month and also for the week. And it was his first day. It was his first day of the week, first trade of the week. And probably today I'll make it back. I'm sure I'll be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna risk my whole account in a trade idea. So yeah, after that deep retracement, and we're kind of trading near the low of the candle, I'm not gonna be looking for that reversal. I'll require a new swing formation. Yeah, seeing price kind of trade all the way down here is not. Like ES still looks good, but like look at YM, it just reversed, which is insane, bro. Wow, like why? That was kind of the trigger for reversal. There was no way you could have caught that move. Only if you kind of wait for relevant swing highs and lows and then trade that CISD. Then you could have caught that move. But like in terms of GxT, you wouldn't be able. Since the 4 hour closed bullish, 30-minute and hourly also closed bullish, so there is no way you could have caught that move, other than waiting for this CISD and then anticipating this probably being the high after taking out a draw. Yeah, not even supported with SMT. Like the only SMT is between that candle and that candle. So, but like YM is doing a good job, not gonna lie. It's retracing deep into the range. Who knows, it might take out these levels and then it will trigger these assets to expand. Let's just wait and see. So we got another SMT from the high to that low. So from being weaker, so from NQ and ES being weaker compared to NQ, compared to YM, to then being stronger. So that's a good sign. We're gonna form a new gap right there. Yeah, and just try to trade away from it. CL. Let me see if CL is gonna respect that gap. Would that be the trade? That would be crazy. One sec. Alright, way back. CL. Gold. Come on, gold. It's not the area to reverse from, man. Come on. Go. low and manipulate that minor high, also the high, and we will be good to go. And it'll be good to start taking shorts. M5. The M5 actually looks clean. The M5 actually looks clean on NQ, not gonna lie. Especially that this is the current candle, so we would be anticipating price to kind of form that swing from the AQ within the AQ of that candle, and also to that close. So this is that T spot, so it's still a price expansion. But still, let's just wait for a new swing formation. If we get that C2 closure to the upside, aligned with the previous candles, and we got these two open draws, that would be beautiful long. It would be beautiful long. And hopefully we can take a trade on stream again. Let's see. So I'm gonna put the alert right now, right there. We have SMT from that low to that low. We got SMT right there. We got an SMT from that 930 low, which is this one. 930. So right here we got SMT. And let's see. This SMT is gonna do something. But I kind of prefer NQ over ES, even though like ES still got room to expand. Like comparing this opposing candle also on M5, like on M5 it looks so clean. We got a clean opposing candle with a clean expansion candle on the downside, and would be followed like another expansion candle. So that's like trading expansion into expansion, and also price respected that last gap just before taking out the high. So price is respecting it, so that's a good sign. Like comparing it to ES, like you kind of inverse these two gaps right there, and it's not really trading from anything to the left. Like there's no PD array or anything. Let me look on M3. Let's see if there's a gap. Yeah, there's nothing really. Like comparing it to ES on NQ, that's why I kind of framing a bear idea. We're respecting a gap. We got a clean buy to sell. So yeah, I'm gonna take that trade, boys. Forget that closure. Yeah, 1 to 2. I just want to take my 1 to 2 right there. I need to enter with. Oh wow. I need to go to MNQ. Wow. Create them with order. That would be like 4. Buy. Alright. I just bought directly. I don't want to miss the trade anymore. I don't want to miss the trade anymore, boys. So we gotta put it in a sell right there. Put a sell. Right there. Okay. So I got in at this level. Let me see clearly my order with 4. I'm risking $444. So near the high is 810. So I just expand it a little bit to 1K. Or you know what? 800 is also good. Not gonna lie. So let's see. I'm only gonna be cautious the high right there. Yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. There's nothing. There is no way for me now to manage it other than NQ taking out the high or ES traded into the high. These are like the only two areas where I can manage my trade. So, yep. Now to use your indicator. Once the trade is done, once you're kind of done for the day, and I'll try to go over the indicator again. Alright? Now let's just wait for the trade to see if it's gonna go to TP or go to a sell. But yeah, I like the idea. I'm turning away from the 10 a.m. I'm trying to expect this 10 a.m. to expand higher. ES also gave that confirmation of closing above, which is a good sign. Yeah, now it's just a patience game. Now it's time for Spotify. Listen and chill while the trade is playing out. ES also kind of provide a clean entry right there in the retest. So yeah, let's just do you guys get why I took that trade? Do you guys understood what the reason behind me taking that long? If anybody got any questions in terms of like the trade idea, I can go ahead and explain it right now. That's a good sign. Kind of 30 minutes flipping. Oh wow. Hopefully it kind of flips bullish. Or even it closes this way. That's also a good sign. Because that's closing as a retracement. We got a C2 right there. That would be a C2. And we can anticipate the next 10:30 candle to kind of just open low, break above, and then trade higher. Hopefully. I was gonna wait for a new swing formation to take that trade, but just the M5 was so clean on NQ, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it. I was gonna wait for that candle to close, and then I was gonna wait for that intra candle changing state within the next candle. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. Alright, so the new 30-minute candle is open. So what do we need? Ideally, just like kind of that first 3-minute candle to close bearish, and then to form this opposing run. Then ideally we want to see a new swing forming. If we get a new swing formation, I will move my stop now to this low. Because if I haven't entered that trade and we get that new setup, I will be taking it with the fact that this is the new protected low. And now I would be risking probably like $100 on a trade or less to go for that $800. So yeah, let's see. This is gonna be a huge favor for us. If we get this, especially also on ES, that would be a good sign. So we formed this swing based off this minor gap and also retesting the opposing candle. So that's how we're gonna go about the management. So let's see if we're gonna get that break. If we get it, good. Because by the time we kind of break above, the opening price is right here. So that 30-minute candle is bullish. There is no need for price. So like open low, high. This is that opening price. I don't want price to kind of trade back into the low. Like this is the low of the candle. If price kind of trades back into the low after confirming it, then yeah, it doesn't support expansion. So yeah, let's just wait and see right there. Hopefully we can get a good trade. Let me see, where's my TP? No, I'll just extend it a little bit to the high. Put it right there. Let's see. Now, let's wait and see. It's a break even for now. Really my order. How much I'm risking? I'm risking 444 to gain 850. Alright. Alright, what we're seeing, YM is holding that gap. Also ES straight into that gap. We got an SMT right here. Alright. And again, if we take an L, that's just kind of part of the probability. Because if you guys really look on the past trades, the past trades that we kind of missed, like there were some really clean winners. Missed on like 3 or 4 winners. I don't remember like the exact number, but yeah. If this was a loss, this is a clean trade. If you lose, it's just one of them trades. So, and if you wins, and if that trade wins, then the next trade will have a higher chance of failing due to the fact that if you have a 10 trade sample size, for example, you have an 80% win rate. So on that sample size, you're almost guaranteed to get 2 L's. So if you get a winner, now I have, for example, 4 winners, 5th winner. So now I'm close. I'm really close to like 2 L's. If I get that 6th winner, then I got only 4 trades, and I'm anticipated to get 2 L's and 2 wins out of these 4. So now again, my probability of taking an L is getting higher. Again, boom. Now also I took another winner, so now the chance there's 1 win and 2 L's. So you might take that L followed by an L or like L, W, L. So yeah, that's how I go about viewing the sample size. So like the longer the winning streak continues, the closer I am to taking an L. Can you explain on tap down and line see the trade? For sure. So starting on daily. Let's just go to daily. Let's start from daily. How's the daily doing? What's the daily doing? Boom. Just go to the upside. Okay. One bad thing that I don't like is I'm trading an inside bar daily candle, but again, it's not unless if we're expecting an expansion, we might trade into the highs. But again, looking at that previous day, we kind of manipulated that level right there. We closed with somewhat of a reversal candle, not a reversal candle, but again, that wick is showing some sort of retracement. If we really want to see prices go higher, we want price to respect the lower half of this wick, ideally, because we're closing right here. So ideally, we want to price open low and then trade higher, respect the upper half of that wick. Going on a 4-hour. Okay, so I might be able to manage my trade right now. Looking on a 4-hour, what do we got? I'm trading away from the current low of day. This is the 1800 candle, right? Look at that. We got a manipulation of the 1800 with an SMT. Wait, let me check my trade real quickly. I want to see if I can manage my trade, and then I'll continue explaining. Give me 1 sec. Not yet. We got 20 more seconds, 26 more seconds to go. Let's see if we're gonna get that closure above to move my stop. And I'll continue explaining the trade. Then yeah, after moving that stop right there, there's nothing, no management for me to do. Like, the only thing is probably like moving it from here to break even, but I just would be happy to kind of keep my asset right here. For now, like my current ACL is really protected. Why? Because this is the low of the 10 a.m. But unless, boom, my stop is gonna put it a little bit lower. So now how much I'm risking? I'm risking creating my order, going to 4. If we do 4, I'm risking $54. So yeah, it's just like literally I'm not risking anything now. So now it's a risk-free trade. Either I win or I take a $50 L. Now I don't care. If it goes to TP, good. Takes me out, good. Just $50, I don't care. So yeah, back to trade. Back to trade, my brother. Let me see what what ES is doing. I really want to be cautious. After price takes out the high, But I would just kind of anticipate this high just would get taken out and would just go higher. That's what I really want to see. Just get my $800 here. But yeah, that's the only thing NQ is ES is better at. Why? Is if we put the stop right here, we can just target like that current obvious high. Or you kind of have to play with the entry a little bit to kind of be able to get that 2R, which you could have gotten it like really clean right there. But yeah, let's just wait and see. So yeah, now we're back. I'll go. Why don't we trade then? All right. So let me, you know what? I'm gonna open a new chart for you. That way we can just go over that trade. But yeah. But you know what? Wait. Let's give me 10 minutes, okay? Let me just, since I'm on a trade, give me 10 minutes. Now I'll trade it. So now what do we have? That's SMG. You got this SMG. But yeah, I'm not anticipating price to reverse off of that high. I'm anticipating price to continue trading higher. So now the account is at probably like 51k and some, like 51.2. Ideally, I want to close the day with like 51.7. And then tomorrow, if we take another $800 win, then this account passed live from the beginning, like from the first trade to the last trade, it was everything done live. And then we'll go to the next stage, which is trading the funded account, and we get a payout together, and probably I'll stop streaming. Let's see how price reacts after that high. Now this is a new challenge for price. This high, especially like if ES was really close to the high, that would be like a real challenge. Why? Because NQ takes out a high, also ES takes out a high, so that would be like a real challenge. But let's just wait and see. Are we gonna miss that $400, guys, and take a $50 L, or are we gonna get a $800 win? Let's see. Let's see the 30-minute. Yeah, it's actually a relevant swing, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? Since my 2R is beyond that, we just gotta accept the fact that... Wait, let me see once then. I'm supposed to pass the account with 52.5. So if I get like 51.5, then if I take a 1k winner tomorrow, that would be also good. So I would need a $600 win to be able to get that. Because 1k is just that for 40% consistency rule. So yeah, I will be able to meet the consistency rule of passing the account. That's the wait and see. After being up $600, I'll decide. Yeah, I'll probably close. Maybe when ES kind of takes out that high. Maybe. Because when ES takes out the high, NQ probably is trading beyond the high and will enter a new phase of price. So hopefully the expansion that would drive price to take out the high on ES kind of drive price to take out the high on NQ. Let's see. Spotify is just giving me Drake. Wow. Next new invalidation level is gonna ES, so ES is allowed to trade back into that gap, which would cause NQ to trade trace a little bit lower. But yeah, still allowed. But again, we're getting that SMT failed, so let's see if ES will be willing to trade back into the gap and then continue higher, because that's the new invalidation level just above this opposing candle. So yeah, ES is still allowed to kind of trade lower, should cause NQ to trade a little bit deeper into the leg. But let's wait and see. Okay. Oh wow, wow. Come on, it's time reverse. Okay. Expansion met with expansion. Are we gonna see that? Wow. Wow. Hamza. What's up, G? I know, we might get a break even right there after being up $400. So let's wait and see. So ideally, we want ES to respect that gap, which would cause NQ also respect that gap. So the guy who just said up, guys, is my best friend. Go follow him on IG. is my brother from another mother. Shout out to my brother. Big love to my brother. Huge love to my brother. Big shout out. Let's see. So ES is respecting the gap. Let's say if NQ. Ideally, we want NQ to kind of close back into that gap. Yeah, I don't want to see an inversion right there. We still have this minor gap right there with this opposing candle that might also hold. We got SMT fail right here between that candle and that candle's low. So let's wait and see if we're gonna get that, if we're gonna get to that TP or not. So let's see. So price actually ended up reacting off of the high. Wow, what's going on? Are there some sort of news? This is not normal. This is not normal. Let me check Forex Factory. Yeah, this movement is not normal at all. Yeah, I knew something is going on. Natural gas, something about natural gas again. Yeah, just 1 minute ago, working natural gas and storage across the universe increased. But like the increase of stock in gas probably might cause price to go higher. Yeah, it should not go lower. Supporting investment in communities. So again, 6 minutes ago, probably kind of that move by this. Supporting investment in community. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, now we're moving. Now we're moving. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Now we're moving. Yeah, I'll probably I'll close the trade once ES gets to that high. Why? Because now look at that retracement. So now this is irrelevant swing. So yeah, I'll just secure my bag right there. The minute ES closes above the high, I don't care if NQ is right here or right there. I don't care. By the time ES gets to that high, if I get a full TP right there, that's good. If not, I'll just close the trade right there. Yeah, let's wait and see. NQ is playing around. That's good. So we're probably gonna get a new high right there. Okay, new high. Okay. Are we gonna close, guys? Or wait for ES? Let's wait for ES. Let's wait for ES. Oh wow, straight retracement. Come on. Follow up. ES still need to get it that high. Come on. ES, trade higher. Or maybe if I get to that $600 mark, I might just close the trade right there. Or no, let's see. $400. Now I'll just move stops to break even right there. Like probably just below that low. Yeah, if price retraces all the way back there, then yeah, it's just the idea is invalid. Come on, you got it, NQ, come on. Alright, so we don't have any strength switch right there, which is a good sign. Do I want to secure the bag? No, not yet. We're trading into relevant swing. That's my only. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just close right there. Yeah. I'll just close, guys. I just closed. Yeah. Due to the fact that this is like a relevant 30-minute swing, like trading. If we get that fair to manipulate, I'll just trade it into the next row. But like for now, yeah, I'm just not gonna risk it. If it goes up, that's good. If it goes up, yeah, good for it. But yeah, it's not something I want to be holding anymore, especially with this type of PA. Yeah, I'll just rather secure the bag. And Q, come on. And Q, do not do me dirty. Alright, but check. ES still got like room to go to the upside. But yeah, it's just this high. It's like kind of gave me that trouble, man. Let's see if price is gonna get to that TP or not. Wow. Let's see. So we're up almost $400 for today. So maybe I'll be able to get another trade today to be. So 400, maybe I still got like $300 more to make, like 400s. So we got 1200 to pass the account. We still need what we have just made on the account. So we're 50% there, 50% there. So like that was a bad management from my side, I guess. It's just the fact that we got irrelevant swing right there, and trying to anticipate that we will see a failure to manipulate without seeing it. It's just because I don't want to anticipate. I want confluences. So yeah, that's why I kind of closed, because yeah, I don't want to be an anticipator. I want to have. That's why I'm having that strategy. Yeah. That's why I'm having that failure to manipulate. So yeah. Let's see what CL did. CL is still respecting that protected high. If we get gold traded into that high, I'll probably like take a $200 risk trade to get probably to be up like 400, an extra 200 or $400 extra for a day. Yeah, that would be good. So that way tomorrow, if we get a good trade, I'll be risking again $500 tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't want to be in such thing. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in that retracement. Why? Because if I was on a trade and I'm seeing that retracement, now my mind is gonna be thinking, oh wow, I should not be trading the way I did. I should be closing at a relevant swing. Me expecting that this relevant swing is gonna get disrespected is not smart. But again, it might, because the 4 hour still got room to kind of trade into the high. But look at that, we're still holding that gap. If we got this inversion, if we got the 6 a.m. inversing that gap, 100% I'll be holding in that next draw. But like, if you guys really look on a 4 hour within that gap, what we got? This 30-minute swing. So now, if we see the failure to manipulate to that high, I will take another trade to take it into that high. Why? Because there's nothing really here that would hold price lower. This is the C3, so I would be trading the C4 as an expansion candle, and that would be a good trade. And I will get in with a lower risk, probably like $100 risk, and then going for like a bigger TP. Let's just see. For example, if I get in right there, yeah, if I get like $100, that would be like a $500 winner. So, and it would give me what I was looking for. So yeah, I think that was a good trade overall. Like, we caught almost 40 points, like 50 points. We caught 50 points. It was a good entry. I market executed. I did not wait for the retest, which it ended up being given, but yeah, not going. Do you see, guys, how I kind of closed the trade? Like, if I were in that trade right now, I'd be like, oh, I would be questioning my whole decision with that candle. I'd be like, should I close or not? So yeah, 400 is also good. Not gonna lie. So yeah, if you guys took that trade, like the live stream. And if you guys maybe learned something new, give the live stream a like. So now we'll go to Robson question. We'll go to your question, Robson. I'll try to go about that. I'll go about explaining that trade. So let me just go back right there. All right, so he said, in daily time frame, I don't know which trade the C4. That's a valid idea. Again, this is that C2, this is that C3, but look at this. This C4 is showing some signs of potential reversal. So that's the first thing. Second thing, if we're gonna trade lower, price should not respect the AKO that way and should not form a low right here. Price should open up high, form the swing high, from a protected swing high, and then trade into the draw. So again, I do trade this style, like expecting that this is the failure to manipulate. I'm trying to trade into the lows. That's a valid idea, but again, that's why I don't trade the G-Trace fractal model. I don't trade the fractal model. I trade the GxT. Why? Because I'll be able to, let me see what's going on right there. Let me set an alert right here, just right there. One right there, because if I get that break above, I'll take that trade to there. So going back to where we were here, why I don't trade the G-Trace fractal model? Because you kind of you kind of marry the idea of sells now. Like, oh, this is a C3, so on Thursday I'll only be looking for sells, which I don't like. Like, going on an hourly, if you're trading a T-Trace fractal model, what just happened? What? So we go to that 60 minute, which is the hourly. Invalid symbol, the symbol doesn't exist. Wow. Hourly? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on right there? So just open MQ? What? Do you guys have any idea what's going on with TradingView? All right, we good. I think just because of that. All right, so let's just start a new one. Restart TradingView. Yeah, TradingView sometimes it just fucks around, man. Let's see. So MQ push on lower. Okay, thank you, NQ. All right. So he said that we don't trade the C4. That's a valid idea, but again, that's why I advise you to trade 1 4-hour candle, because sometimes you can just neglect what the previous candle did. Not sometimes, always. I always neglect what the previous candle did, previous day did. Look at that. We got a C2, a beautiful C2, respecting a gap. We got failure swings. Yeah, we did. Price did meet the objective to kind of take sales right there. But again, if I get like a 10 a.m. reversal right there, I'm gonna take it back into the range. And just because we got a daily C2 doesn't mean I'm not gonna take buys. This is kind of the first downside of the TTFM. So going on hourly. Come on. Why is this slow? Alright, so what do we got? Within that C2, what do we have? A change in state. Another change in state. Alright, so what do we got? This is the protected high. This is the protected next relevant swing. Now, price formed the high of that C3. Okay, good. With the intra-candle change in state. But again, we'll trade it into a draw. Now we're entering a new phase of price. If you're married to the idea of taking sells, then what you're gonna do is just wait for an hourly swing to the downside and then trade it. But from a bearish PD array. Do we have any gaps here? No. What do we have? Just kind of this buy to sell right there, or this overall buy to sell. So going in AQ on the candle, you want to see somewhere right here. This is kind of T spot, or you can go with the body since the wick is fat, is a bit big. So just on that T spot, is there anything where we can frame shorts off of? No. So ideally, what we want to see, a new swing formed, and then that swing gets manipulated. Ideally, if we have some sort of SMTs, that would be good, and then you can trade it, because that's the new PD array. Like for price trade all the way up there. Now what do we have? This is not an expansion candle. If we trade it back into the daily open, that would be it for me. For example, if price trade is all the way up there, and I want to take sale, I will trade it back just into the daily open, because the wick is fat. So let's just continue with the hourly, see what happened right there. So ideally, we want to see a manipulation of that high with a C2 closure. But look at that, what the first thing price did. Open low. What does open low support? Open, low, high, close. If we just link these, open low, high, close. That's a bullish candle, right? So we get that open low into BD array and almost an intra-candle changing state. All right, so let's see. You want to take sales here? Maybe. You might say like, oh, we took out a high. We get that C2 closure. I want to take sales. So let's skip, see if price did actually respect it. Price did not respect it. And what we're seeing, a new gap was formed and the gap hold. And not only that, we're getting another closure. So now, yeah, the previous candle is telling me I want to take shorts, but the current PA is not telling me that at all. Here, maybe you'll be able to get a short. Why? Between that high and that low, let me remove this T spot. Between this low and that high, there's nothing really that would cause price to reverse. That gap already did its job and forced price to go to the upside. But what do we got? The minute price took out that high, we see a C2, and again, we're trading. Let me see. Wow. Wow. Let me see. If we get that closure right there, I'm gonna enter right there. Like here, one. That's not a good closure, actually. Yeah, I'll just wait for another candle to close. Do we go right there? $200. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? For $200 extra? Nah, it's not worth it. Come on, I'm not gonna take it. But if it goes, it goes. Alright, so we're back. So, here, you can kind of trade into that low Let me see if it did end up playing out. Yeah. Why? Because you're trading from the high, you're trading from a relevant swing, which is that swing. You're trading away from the current high of day, and on that leg, there's nothing really holding price. So now I would kind of support the idea of taking sells. Yeah, you can take sells. Where you could have gone in. This is that first intercandle changing state that confirms the C2. This is that opposing candle, so you can probably have a sell right there with your stop at the high. Go for that low. Since 2R is not given right there, so you'll probably have to kind of go in the M3 and try to find. So we get this is the protected level. If you really look at it right there, probably go with the high, but to get equal highs. But again, you can play with the entry as you wish. But now here's where it gets tricky. Going into the current session, yeah, price did end up going lower, but what we got right there? This is what changed the whole story. This is what changed it all. What do we got? SMT at the low of day. So now this is the low of day. The daily open is right here. Daily open is right here. Just before 10 a.m. Look at how the daily is looking. So let's go with confluences. Low of day. I think we had that SMT too, if I don't remember. I'm not sure if we got that SMT. I don't think so. But yeah. So now let's read what's going on. Open low. So are you guys familiar with delayed protraction profile? This is EFES. This is a concept EFES came up with. This is something I learned from EFES. So the delayed protraction profile is when you can anticipate that this is the low of day, especially it was formed off of a PD array, and then it gets manipulated, and that current high of day that was confirmed with that change in state gets also taken out. So some people what would be seeing is this. We got a change in state right there, confirming the high of that current daily candle at that point. It was the current daily high. We got a change in state, and also we're gonna get that change in state right there. But what price did? We kind of traded into the lows. We formed a swing from an SMT. So what are the confluences? SMT, the first one, manipulation. Second one is SMT. Third one is that swing formation, and the fourth one, after that 4-hour candle close, the daily flipped bullish. So now the idea of taking sells is already dead to me. Why? Because if price wants to reverse, like this is the area. We got a London reversal profile. So what New York is supposed to do? It's supposed to continue. We got 3 profiles or 4. London reversal, London continuation, New York reversal, New York continuation. That's it. So if we're gonna get that London reversal right there, and New York doesn't continue, so the profile for today is not correct. So now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna anticipate that this high is just a failure swing, not a failure swing, but this high is not a high that price might reverse off of, and now I'm gonna go to the next relevant swing. So that's how I framed that buy. Is looking on a 4-hour. What do we got? The low of day was formed off of a manipulation plus SMT plus a 6 a.m. C2 closure. So why should I be looking for sells right there? Just because the daily candle is telling me this current day is supposed to be a C4. That's why I always say to you guys, like, try to focus on one 4-hour candle. Read the story of what the day did, of what that day did. Look at that. Easy to. Let me again skip the bars. It's playing around. So let me go on hourly. Delayed protraction profile with SMT, C2 closure, strength switch, everything you need to support a bullish day. On the other side, what supports a bearish day? The fact that the previous day was a C3 candle. The daily? Yeah, the daily is strong. You got one confluence. But in intraday price action, you got many confluences. So now, that daily idea is gonna be, you're just gonna fade that daily idea. And just trade that current 4-hour. Because yeah, I might still be wrong. That day might just dump. But again, I got my move, and that's it. Since the idea was supporting that this 4-hour candle is gonna go into that next draw, I'm just gonna take that idea. I don't care about price going like 100 or 200 points to the upside. This move is enough. Look at that. Swing formation, take it to the next relevant swing or to that next relevant swing. which ended up happening. Now, if price wants to reverse, that's good. If price wants to continue, I'll just trade with it. Especially now that I'm aligned with the daily, I can trade it. When can I trade the reversal? Probably if I get an hourly reversal candle. I would be willing to trade the hourly retracement back into the range, but into what? Look at that. Look at the example that I gave you guys. Between the low and the high, there was no gaps right there. Nothing that would hold price, but look at between this low and the high. We got a big gap just below this opposing this changing state. So now this is that new invalidation level that price might struggle with. So if you want to take sells, be cautious about that though. So that's really why I kind of framed that long. And again, going to 30 minute. What do we got? Expansion candle. The upper half of it kind of got respected. Going on an M3. What do we got? A manipulation of a low with an SMT with that 930 candle and a CISD. You take this trade, put stops right there, draw. That was like a 1 hour trade. That was a 4 RR on my side actually, because I was going for 1 to 2. But again, since I managed the trade, it was like $50 risk. I was up almost $400 right there. I saw that we kind of took out an open objective. Like before entering the trade, I was anticipating a trade like this. But like looking at how price was reacting and we were ranging and stuff, I was like, let me just cut the trade, kill the trade. I would rather take a $400 and be happy, or kind of be greedy for that another extra R. But look at that PA. This is the PA that I had to go through. Go back, go up, go back, go up. I'd rather just take a $400 in 10 minutes or take $800 in 2 hours. It's not worth the stress. Like the reward on the first $400 was just 10 minutes of work. So why should I just again wait for an extra for almost the same amount and wait like 2 hours of pain? So I'm gonna just kill the trade. That's it. Do you trade without kill zones? I trade with profiling. My kill zone is the 10 a.m. This is my kill zone. Like my kill zone is the 10 a.m. candle. That's what I always guys tell you. That's what I say every time I'm on stream. Focus on 1 4-hour candle. If you guys just take my advice on it, you'll be set for life. You'll be good to go. Because what I used to do, I was listening to like other people's live streams, and then they would give an advice, and I would like, yeah, this is their advice. I'm not gonna do what they do. Yeah, you can, but again, if he's doing good, if you think he's doing good, then yeah, just take the idea. Okay, the 10 a.m. I'm gonna take the 10 a.m. idea from you, but maybe the profile I'm gonna do different. Or if you trade the 10 a.m., I'll trade the 6 a.m. I'll trade the 2 a.m. But just focus on 1 4-hour candle. It's enough. 1 4-hour candle, you got 8 30-minute candles. Do you imagine? Like 8 30-minute candles. Like let's just do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that. We got a swing, for example. Let me just go from the 6 a.m. to 10. What do we got between the 6 a.m. and the 10? We got a swing confirming the high of the 10 a.m. We got this relevant swing, this relevant swing. You got a short. You'll be done. Just 1 4-hour candle just to profile the high or the low, anticipate the low or the high, open draw, aligned with the daily or not aligned with the daily. It's your choice. And then yeah, just try to take it. That's all what you need. So yeah, if price goes higher, that's good. So the idea was correct. But for me, I was just like, this is irrelevant swing. What do I want to see before taking that trade? I want to see fair to manipulate. Now you can take that trade. You can take that trade. Why? Because this is that C3, looking on 30 minute. We got a C2, not a C2. This is a C3 to the upside. So now we can anticipate the C4 to be an expansion candle. But look at the lower time frame PA. It's just a mess. So yeah, that's really it. Let me see CL. Oh, CL is straight and lower. That's good. Let's see if it kind of takes out that drone. Let's see. That was maybe like an entry, but no, I'm just not interested. Doesn't look good. So yeah, that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Yeah. E clean 40 points move. Not really clean. Like here, I was about to get taken out right there. I ended up closing out right there. So now I got $1,200 more to pass. So I'm not gonna be able to pass the account tomorrow. That's the problem. That's like my only issue. Because I want to start Monday with the funded account. But yeah, we'll have to wait probably until Monday to be able to pass. That's if we get it. That's if we get a winner tomorrow. Because if I make that $1,200 to pass the account, then it will be more than 40%. Because I got a 40% consistency rule. So the max I can make per day is 1K. So if I make 1K, it's not gonna do it. But yeah. Phases of price of delivery and how to use it. You'll need phases of price delivery and I'll need to prepare slides, man. I cannot just explain it directly. So more live streams and we will learn something. 30 more live streams and we will learn something. I'll try to keep doing them. But after taking a payout, then I'll think if I want to continue doing it or not. Because I literally this is my whole. This is why I did it. Like if you guys just check the title, from evaluation to payout. Like this is what I did. Like just from evaluation to payout, show you guys that you can do it. It will take time, but like with 1 4-hour candle, you can do it, and that's all what you need to get a payout. And I will share that payout, and that would be like the only payout when I get it to share. Like that's the only one, because you guys were in the journey. Other than that, like maybe who knows? I will continue trading, but who knows? Not continue live streaming. I'm gonna trade for life, but like live stream, I'm not sure. Because like if just 2 people benefited from the live stream and they learned something new, and they kind of get convinced that this is something that works, and they went ahead and practiced it and did their due diligence and made it work, that's all what I want. I don't want nobody's money. I don't want to be famous. That's why I don't. Do you have Discord or something? I do have Instagram, but I don't share it. Like yeah, it's the same. It's the same name as this channel, but like I don't post no stories, none of that. Like just provide value. Who was lucky to get that live stream? That's good. That's why I used GxT model, because I just want people that trade GxT to come and learn how I trade GxT. So, what about PDFs? I will make, but not now. They take time, man. I was talking with Garrett the other day, and he said like I saw him like making the Figma slides. It takes him a lot of time, man. It takes him like almost 2 days to make. Not one slide, like maybe like 5 or 6. When we used to be, because on every Sunday or every Saturday we used to do a live stream with the Carrot. He used to do a live stream, like an occasional live stream. And I ask him like how long does it take it to make the slides. For example, if he has like 3 or 4 slides, say like 2 days or 3 days to make. And he's so familiar with Figma, and I'm not, so it will take some time. And videos, yeah, man. So, what video do you guys want to see? Give me ideas. Give me ideas, and I will try to get them sorted out soon, like really soon. But the problem is, like, if I post videos, like, I think more people will come in the live stream. Like, if I post videos, then more people would know about the channel. I don't know. It will be like, sometimes I'm just like, am I ready to have like 20 people, 30 people, 40 people on the stream? Who knows? Let's try it out. Okay, we'll go with the videos, because like once you kind of post videos, you probably have to be consistent. That's so, yeah, 2 days to get like 3 slides or 4 slides, because you have to come up with the idea and also the explanation and the perfect charts, and on charts you have to draw them by yourself. So yeah, and you also gotta brainstorm how you want to explain the idea to make the video as short as possible, and full time. Yeah, it's almost a full-time job. It's almost a full-time job. Yeah, like 2 days to get there. Yeah, because I'm also like working on other projects to the side and stuff. So, hi, bro. Nothing yet for me. All right, we got a long from here to here. Kind of close that long. It was a good long, but yeah, not like looking at it today. There was nothing really clean. Like nothing that would call like the best trade for the week is that YM long that I missed, that I still regret. That I still regret to that day. Yeah, this. That was the best trade of the week. That was the cleanest one. Also, that HO long, it was clean. If you guys remember that HO long, where was it? Let me check. It was not yesterday. It was on Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, it was on Tuesday. Yeah, this long. It was also clean. Not gonna lie. We traded into a draw, confirming the low at 10 a.m. Nothing really on the 4 hour that would hold price. So what do we got? Target right there. So yeah, I also regret not taking that one. So yeah, like these two trades were order trades for the week. Other than that, like it's just kind of like catchy small move. Like for the week, I'm up like $500 or something. I started with I'm up $600 for the week. Yeah, let me check. Let me go on Fundentics and check how much I'm up for the week. I guess $600. Let me see. Let me see for that week. We're up. Yeah, $500. Week 4, I'm up $500. $514 for this week on this account. So yeah, not the best week, but yeah, because that's like 1 hour. That's like 1 hour. How much I risk per trade? So I'm up like 1 hour, and I also kind of took where was it? Where I was live streaming, I took like $100 win. Just I saw it was looking good, and I was like, let me take it. After Tuesday's live stream. Yeah, after Tuesday's live stream, I took a long on NQ. I think I did show it to you guys. Yeah. Where was it? Yeah, somewhere in here. Yeah, this move, and I got like $100 out of it, and now $400. So that's how I closed 517. For the previous week, for last week, we did 786. Yeah. Let me see. All right. Do you see now why I closed that trade, guys? Like even now, if price goes to TP, like it would just be too much stress. Like it just. Let me see. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Also fucking around. So that was a trigger for that retracement, because we got a SMC right here, into a draw. So now ES can reverse. All right, I think that's it for me, boys. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it there, right there. Yeah, there's nothing really I can trade. Markets are a bit shit nowadays, but yeah. Yup. So you guys, let me know if you guys have any ideas on videos, what you guys want to see first. And yeah, see you guys. Take care. Thanks, man. Cheers. Thank you, buddy. See you guys. Take care. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas for videos, like just get them ready for me. Maybe tomorrow on tomorrow's live stream, or if you guys have ideas now, you can just put them in the chat now before I leave, and then I'll see when I can get them sorted out, get them ready for you guys, and then okay. And hopefully tomorrow will be a good day. That way we can pass the account on Monday, and we can start a new phase of trading. I'll be probably risking like $200 to $300 just to get to that buffer, and then I'll be able to risk more. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.